Hello guys and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm really excited about doing this playthrough and hope that you are excited about watching it. Now I decided I'm just going to do this as my first walkthrough because I love this game. It's my favorite game of all time. I know a fair amount of stuff about it. So I thought that would make it a good candidate to be my first walkthrough, and hopefully it works out a little better. I'm going to name it Link because I don't really feel like coming up with a name. Don't really feel like calling it myself because I never really called any of my video game things myself. Ever. I've never done that. Some people do, and I do not. Actually, most people do, and I'm just weird. Sorry my mouse is being there. In case you haven't noticed, I am doing this on my ROM. I could not afford a capture card, unfortunately, because I am poor. What you gonna do? Basically, one kid does not have a fairy. Everybody else is fairy. Everybody else is a fairy boy. Except for this one kid. And, of course, what would a Zelda game be without extremely obvious, thinly veiled foreshadowing? I mean, it's like, how much more obvious can you get? We have to make this really obvious so people know what's going to happen. I know, let's put the exact scene on there. Genius. Ah, well. Then after that, Dooku Tree will come up. Dooku Tree. Not sure which one it is. And he'll basically say the exact same thing he just said. He wants this little fairy to become our partner, even though I do not want it to become our partner. Oh. But whatever, it's making it, and we can't get rid of it through the entire game, which makes me kind of sad. Because this fairy is really, really annoying. Everybody who has played this game knows how annoying this fairy is. Oh, sorry about this, guy. 1 second. Sorry about it. Sorry about that. It will not happen again. So he wants the fairy to come to us so we can get started on our journey. Hooray. Fly, Navi, fly, 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 fly. The forest, nay, the world depend on your shoulders. Now, this scene, I like to call it the pointless scene. Because there's no point to it, obviously. It shows her flying around the flip village. I guess it's a transition scene, but there's no point for it to be so unnecessary and long. She looks over, finds your house, runs into the wall. You know, just really unnecessary things. Finally goes in to your house, finally gets into your house, then comes up, and she then proceeds to yell at you. Because that's just the kind of fairy she is. Great. It's going to be a fun game. Lazy boy, you've waited for like 3 seconds. Give us a break. And we're like, how old? Like 10? And you just come in here. Oh, you come into a 10-year-old's room completely uninvited. Oh, you have to come with me so we can go save the world. What do you think a 10-year-old would do? I think he's taking it pretty well. But that's just me. She comes in, tells you the Dooku Tree has summoned you, and you have to go there. Controls are simple. Control stick to move. I'm just going to run around my desk a few times. There we go. Kokori? I guess it is. Oh well, it's probably gonna. My pronunciation's gonna probably change a few times throughout this playthrough. Now this is Sarah. This is Link's gal pal, as I like to call her. Right. Now you can see a little writing on the tree, which I've never really paid much attention to, but you can if you want. She congratulates you on finally getting a fairy, because apparently fairies represent manhood or something crazy like that. She tells you to go see the Duca tree, so let's go see the Duca tree, shall we? I'm using this on a ROM, so controls are just a little bit funny, as you just saw. I failed pretty big right there. It's kind of embarrassing. Oh well. So you try to talk. So Mido comes up, calls us Mr. No Fairy, because that's just some big insult. And then he realizes we actually have a fairy, so now his great insult that he spent so long coming up with is completely useless. Mr. No Fairy. And for some reason, he also refers to himself in the third person as the Great Mido. And he tells us that we can't go to the Dooku tree unless we get a sword and a shield. I don't see why, but apparently the Dooku tree's gonna fight us or something. I don't know. This is a great example. The Great Dooku tree has summoned you. Please come with me. We already know that. Why are you telling us that?